folks?
Welcome back to HomieVulgaris. I'm
Welcome
Ruben.
back.
This is Marcos.
Yeah. Anyways,
You're back.
we were talking about we were talking about. You know what? It's funny that we were talking about working out because you.
Yeah, we're talking
I've been
about pulling our hams and stretching our taints.
dude. I talked to you about that Diamond Gym stuff, right? I've talked to you about it. I've showed it to you.
I don't know
You
who
know,
Diamond Gym.
No, Diamond Gym is a place. It's like
I've
a
never
place in New
been
Jersey.
a Diamond Gym.
I never, I never gymmed my diamond.
I never
Um,
jammed a dime in my gin.
It's this place in New Jersey. They're finally starting to get recognition and hate from like the bodybuilding community.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. That's a good place to be because
Yeah,
if you don't have haters, you're not. One of the signs
no,
of
no.
success is having
It's
haters.
having a horrendous amount of haters
A
online.
very equal amount of hate and
Yeah.
love.
But
That's how you know you're making it. Right
yeah.
down the middle.
There's right now there's like a bit of like a backlash against them because they suck. Like, and I called it.
Mhm.
They're working out the way that I work out. I don't recommend the way that I work out to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I went with Hamwich.
I wouldn't
and
recommend it to anybody either.
Yeah. I worked out with Hamwich, and I was grateful because Hamwich very much was like, these are my limits. This is what this is all I'm going to do today. And that's exactly what I need in a workout partner. Because if I don't have that and I go by myself, I'm like, I'm going to spend 3 hours here and they are going to suck. And I'm not going to make any gains. And I'm not going to record any of my PRs. I'm just going to lift this shit until it hurts. And then once it
You
continues.
show up to the gym in a loincloth covered in dirt and sweat, and you're like, where are we building this fucking pyramid? You're already wearing your own chains.
Yeah, I put myself in a slave collar. I'm like,
God.
Jesus Christ, dude. No,
Guy's like, what? And then you just walk away humming.
yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus, no, for me, working out is not. It's much more mental. I would say it's much more of a mental thing than it is like a physical thing.
Some would disagree with you, but go on.
No, because I don't care about what I look like physically post workout. I care more about how I feel mentally, right? And so like, the goal is exhaustion. The goal is pain. The goal is to feel those things. And like, if I don't cry a little bit on the car ride home, you know what I'm saying? It's a failure. I didn't go there to do what I was meant to do. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're testing your limits. You're pushing your boundaries.
Yeah,
You're
but not
working
even
up the
for
physical and the mental mind.
not even like for reasons that other people like. Other people are like, I'm just trying to test me. Like a lot of other like red pilled and like right wing guys are like, yeah, you gotta test. And for me, it's like, nah, it's because I can't get emotional normally. You know what this is because I don't know how to fucking control my emotions, and this is how I try to regulate emotionally. This is low key pathetic. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
This is low key nerd shit. This is hard. It's not. It's hardcore nerd shit, and I'm just doing it because it's the only way I know how to cope with this kind of stuff.
Because nobody wants to beat your ass anymore.
It's true, but nobody. I mean,
I gotta beat my own ass.
I gotta beat my own ass, dude. I'm 35. No one wants to whoop Unk's ass. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get like, imagine you're like some 16-year-old kid and you see me acting a damn fool at the gym and you come in and whoop my ass. You look bad. You're like, oh, a 16-year-old beat an old man today on the gym floor. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't
And
know.
then, like,
I think that's kind of a win for a 16-year-old.
or even like
That's a big dub.
me and another Unk fight, because there are other Unks in there. It's very funny because every now and then I'll be working out and I'll see like other guys in there that are there for the same exact reason as me. Like they're like also like me. They're kind of like chubby and out of shape, but they're putting crazy weight up, and you can see the pain in their eyes, like tears. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and game recognized game. You know what I'm saying? Like this is I see the Unks out there lifting like that. That's how we're built. But those guys, they're doing that. The Diamond Gym guys are doing that, and they're getting like influencers, big famous influencers to come, like, you know, like lifting influencers to come and work out with them.
Damn.
And they always end up the influencers always end up throwing up. They always either end up in the hospital afterwards or talking about how like, I'm gonna take a break from fitness content for a little bit because I injured myself at that event, you know. And it's kind of funny because those guys are fake snitching. They're like kind of snitching on themselves because they're like, we do this shit every day. We do this shit every day. Like, dog, if you did this shit every day, it's because you're on steroids. It's because your recovery time is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your recovery time is instant. You're like doing a Wolverine stack. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I did this shit twice a week, I'd kill myself. I work out 3 times a week, and it's awful. It's so painful. It's so painful. It takes me so long to recover. I'm always sore. I haven't felt good in weeks. You know when I feel good is when I don't work out and I go crazy and eat a bunch of McDonald's and shit. That's when my body's like, oh, dude, hell yeah, dude. We're finally. This is the part that's cool.
Speaking of eating McDonald's, did you have any New Year's resolutions?
I did have. I had a couple of New Year's resolutions. My hair is a result of one of the New Year's resolutions. I
don't know how that's a resolution, but okay.
Okay, let me explain it to you.
Yeah, explain it. Go ahead. Okay. I got time.
Yeah.
About 54 minutes to be exact.
we got 54 minutes to kill. I want to be more useful, self-reliant, right? I want to teach myself new things. I've talked about this before on another episode, on the episode where my hair was really fucked up, but I guess I should talk about the like psychology behind it. I cut my hair came out like really bad right when I cut it. I didn't do it right. I didn't do what I wanted to do. It came out looking hella stupid. So then I dyed it because I'm putting you up on some game. This is psychotic game. This is schizophrenia game. It might not work for everybody, but it has always worked for me. When you have a fucked up haircut, like a real, like just a fucking stinker, when your shit gets pushed back like 2 inches, you know, and you just look like dog shit, dye it a crazy ass color, right? Because then when you do that, it looks intentional. It looks like a fashion statement. It looks like you're trying, like it looks like you knew exactly what you were doing, and then it kind of like it makes people from the outside think that this guy is mad confident. This motherfucker is so confident, and then it undoes that look. That's the real looks maxing, by the way. That's the shit that like the clavicle. Do you know about clavicular and all these guys and shit?
No.
Do you know about all? No, there's a bunch of like incels have reinvented themselves as things called looks maxers now, and they're guys that are like hyper focused on how good they look, and like they're doing like they put like chin implants and they like. There's a. Yeah,
I think we used to call them metrosexuals.
We did used to like this is our unks used to call them metrosexuals.
Yeah.
In our time, that's how long ago that was.
Yeah,
but really, that's metrosexuality is different because these were just guys that were taking care of themselves. These guys are not taking care of themselves. These guys are actively ruining their lives. Like, they're doing something called bone smashing, where they take a hammer, like a small hammer, and they hit their cheekbones like every day to try and build, you know, because if you damage a bone, if you microfracture, it'll grow bigger. So they're trying to grow their cheekbones bigger by hitting them with hammers. And usually what ends up happening is they give themselves permanent facial nerve damage, so their faces start to droop, or they get these little pus, these little like bone, these like fractured pus, like fucking bubble. Yeah, it's awful, dude. And like then they have to get because they don't know, because they're stupid, because they think because it worked for one guy, so they think it works for everyone. And how they even got the idea of bone smashing and where it comes from is they're like guys in the UFC have like cut jaws and like their facial features are very big, and it's from the fact that they get punched in the face all the time. And I have to remind them that like some of like boxing for years has had some of the ugliest motherfuckers to have ever walked the earth because they got their shit knocked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys aren't good. They're not ugly men, right? They're good looking, but they're distinctive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be a boxer, there's a whole lifestyle that goes along with that makes you hot, not your look. Do you know what I'm saying? If you just look like a boxer but you can't fight, then you just look stupid as shit. You just look like a guy who's got his ass beat a lot. You know what I mean? You don't look cool and good. I don't know. It's crazy, dude. We live in a crazy time. We're living in crazy times.
So your New Year's resolution was to teach yourself new things.
Yeah, sorry, I went off on a tangent.
No, it's fine. I'm just glad I remembered because I'm.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution was to teach myself new things, to be more hands-on, to not catastrophize, to not like procrastinate and wait and let shit get bad, like my breaks, right? Like everything in my life, I tend to be like, I'll worry about it later. I'll handle it later. I'll deal with it later. And I don't want to do that anymore. Now, when something presents itself and I have the capacity to do it, I want to do it. And I also want to be a little bit more savvy with my money, which is why I want to learn and teach myself new things, useful things that will help me, like, I don't know, just like be more self-sufficient. That's my New Year's resolution, is legitimately just be more self-sufficient and, you know, get shit done. That's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What about you? You got New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I have a lot. One of them is like not eating fast food. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are like me and Damaris like doing stuff together. Like we're trying to only go out to eat twice a month. Mm-hmm. Like we're really like trying to save money.
I get you. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Like our main focus is to like save money and like have a joint savings essentially, and just keep fucking barreling money for that because we're thinking about the future. So there's that. I can't buy any more Warhammer until I finish my backlog. Mm-hmm. I'm not allowed.
That's actually a very good fucking that's just a good rule in life. Yeah, it's good.
And I was like, I can't fucking spend money on this shit.
I think that's what happens. Is
you buy one, and then you're like painting that model kit, and you're like going to the store, and you see another one, and you're like, oh,
well, I can do this one later.
Just get this one for when I'm done. And then for some reason you take a pause and you don't even finish the first one, and then you come back to it. You start getting all into it again. You finish it. And you're like, I'm going to buy another one, dude.
Yeah, you have a garage full, and they're like only 3 of them are painted, and then you have to sell them at a loss. And then that's how other people... Dude, I went on...
That's how my Gundams are right now, though.
Yeah, I went on...
Because I don't know if anybody knows, but before I got really into painting Warhammer, quite recently, I was really into Gundams. And I had been doing Gundams for like since me and Marcos met. Yeah. So I would like... At first I was just building them, and then I started painting them with like an airbrush, and like was doing like just...
He's doing battle damage. I remember watching this motherfucker do battle damage, and I was genuinely impressed because he's doing like precision cuts in plastic with like tools that are not meant to be used that way at all.
So yeah, I have a Gundam backlog that I literally haven't touched in a year and a half.
Yeah. I went on Reddit to get into like to try. You bring stuff up to me sometimes, and I don't ever tell you this because like it feels like a bitch ass nerd move to do, and this is just me being this way. But sometimes you bring stuff up to me, and I want to try and share in that interest with you. So I will go on Reddit and see like, oh, what's like, you know, what's just like the casual. And I went on like the Warhammer Reddit, like the guys who do Warhammer shit. Those guys, I've never met, like, those guys have mental illness.
They're awful.
Yeah, there's
awful.
Those guys are like, yeah, my bitch wife is making me sell these, and like it's only a couple, and it's like a whole entire garage, and he's only painted 4, and he's like, yeah, it's probably worth like $6,000 or $7,000, but I'm willing to get rid of it for like $1,000, and people are like, I'll buy it. Like that's
it's wild. It's wild that people are paying money for shit like that.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a very expensive hobby. Yeah, but I mean, nothing compares in my personally. Nothing compares to like painting a miniature model and trying things on a tiny scale, compared to like Gundams are obviously a tiny scale, but like the actual plastic pieces are much bigger. So anything you do to them is much bigger, right? Yeah. Most of it is not hand painted, unless it's like battle damage and stuff like that. But with Gundams, I learned like not color theory, but I mean I took color theory classes in like college or community college. No, it was college.
I went to community college and art school too, and I don't know anything about color theory. I fake it
Oh,
all. I don't know anything.
it's a hard thing to remember, but
I
like
don't think
once,
it's real.
but I feel like I naturally have the instinct for it because I'll just pick colors that are matching for some reason. I mean, I have tools and color wheels and stuff, and all this shit's online now too. I don't really use that stuff, but sometimes I just sit down and paint, and that's what I like about it. Is like I can just get one miniature and just like I'm just painting this. I don't fucking care how it looks. Like, let's just go.
I use color. I don't really use color theory. I use like more like color spirituality. Color
sorry, my point was with Gundams I had to like plan ahead a lot, and with Warhammer I got to like relax what I'm doing because Gundams are like they're huge and they're expensive, and it's like a one of one with the you know it sucks to strip the paint on a Gundam. On a miniature you just throw this shit in fucking rubbing alcohol or soap or something, and it's done in a day. Like you can just set it and forget it literally, and then you can just reset your whole fucking thing. Anyways, what you're about to say?
Oh yeah, well I learned how to paint. The way that I paint, the way that I use colors when I paint and stuff is I'm more focused on the mood than I am on the actual like color theory.
I'm not good at that.
Right? Like
I'm not good at that.
Like the color, like cool colors and warm colors, and colors have moods more than they have like a theoretical place. Do you get what I'm saying? Like colors have emotion and can convey emotion. So I'm better at like painting emotions than I am like painting color theories, and like I don't know. I think it's one of the things that makes me dog shit at design, right? Like I'm bad at design because I don't think about stuff structurally. I think about stuff the way that it's the way that it feels, the way that looking at it makes you feel.
I've learned to think of. I mean, one of the things with the miniature painting is like you're taking a 2D approach of painting things on a 3D thing. So, like, it made me very cognizant of like shadows and highlights, and then like the color theory came into play, like using for an idea, like if you put a pastel yellow next to a light gray, like the gray is gonna look dark, right?
Yeah.
But if you put that same light gray next to a dark blue, it's gonna look light, obviously, right? So just stuff like that, like playing with the color that way.
But art is gay, fool.
Yeah,
you're forgetting that.
Yeah, fool. You're forgetting. Maybe a little fizzy that I like art.
You're fucking. He's fucking gay, fool.
I think like when you get really into it, like critiquing art, like that shit's fucking gay. I don't like that. It's like, yo, like, I just fucking, you like it, you don't like it, dude. Come on, come on, it's not that hard.
I disagree.
It's cool to be like, I really like this. I like explaining why I like it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm explaining why I like it. It doesn't fucking matter to anyone.
I heavily disagree with you. I heavily disagree with you on that because that's kind of my whole thing, dickhead. My favorite thing to do is to go to the art museum and to just like not critique, but like really look at something and try to understand. You know, actually, I have kind of a theory about like, I used to feel even when I was in art class and art school, like when I was doing community college art shit, when I was what I was learning was completely wasted on me because the whole time I was doing it, I kept being like, art is gay, fool. This shit is fucking stupid, fool. Which is dumb because like I was pursuing it because I was good at it. Do you know what I'm saying? It was the easiest path for me to like find some kind of like, because I would go and I would paint and people would be like, Marcos, this is really good. I think you can focus on these things and it would make you better. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, fool. You don't know what you're talking about. This is my style, right? Like, stupid. Just completely.
I feel like we were all like that.
Yeah, but I'm like, sure, everyone is like that. But I was particularly egregious, I would say, right? And then as I got older.
Sorry, you just reminded me of one time my art teacher was looking at my drawing and he's like, you know, real people don't have eyelids like that. And I'm like, it's a cartoon, dude. What are you talking about?
I remember one time trying to draw what is her name from Garbage, the lead singer of Garbage. What is her name? Do you know what I'm talking about? I remember trying to draw her and I got her nose proportions wrong and she looked like the Wicked Witch of the East. I like fucked her up. I fucked her shit up bad. She looked like, and I remember like my fucking, I was going to call him my supervisor, but it was my teacher. My brain is fucked up. But my teacher at the time, my professor at the time was like, Marcos, use the thumb method. Like use the thumb method, count the spaces, create a grid. That's how you get proportions correctly, and then when you get really good, you don't need the grid anymore, because I think that's what your problem is. I think your problem is you think you just want to get good at proportions without drawing, like without using a grid. And
yeah, without doing the groundwork.
Yeah, and I was like, shut up, bitch. You know what the fuck you're talking about? And I like I would just draw and it would suck. It would come out fucking garbage. And then finally one day I did the grid and I got it absolute. I nailed it. And I was mad at her. I was like, you fucking shut up, bitch. Like, I was like, I couldn't take the accountability that I fucking, you know what I'm saying? That like I fucking was just being obtuse for no reason. And like, anyways, I for no fucking reason I was being like this. But like as I got older, I like, the thing that really changed me was that I found this stupid ass art blog called Who Killed Bambi a long time ago. And in it there was people that were the people who ran it were artists, but they would also highlight other artists. And then how they would write articles about the artists that they highlighted, it changed and it turned into this weird, like, just selling art stupid shit on there. But when it first came out, it was cool like that. But they would talk about how like this painter uses these things and we have tried to use this and we haven't mastered them yet, and like it's really impressive because we know the work that goes behind how this works.
Yeah.
And like when I started thinking about things in that perspective, it really opened up the fucking art world for me. It opened up like just my whole world in general, really, because like I was finding it very difficult to like understand or know things that I didn't know about and like care about them. And it wasn't until like I realized if I want to care about something, then I have to do it. I have to try it. I have to really try it and see how hard and difficult it is. And once I know that, then I can have critique about it. I can understand stuff. And like I think part of my New Year's resolution is that too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, well, look, everything you just said, hella gay, dude. I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
No. Okay. But yeah, I understand. Like, obviously, I hate that shit. But also, it's like, I hate that shit coming from people who like don't paint.
Who've never done, no, because then it's,
right?
I get,
carpenters hang out with carpenters, painters hang out with painters, you know what I'm saying? Like, video games hang out with video game people, but like, I'm not trying to gatekeep either.
Yeah.
I guess it's also like, maybe, you know, they know so much about art, they're just bad at painting, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows?
Well, I'm not saying that you have to be a good painter to be a good artist.
It always makes me feel so fucking snooty when like we're critiquing landscape shit about composition and stuff like that, and I'm come on, dude. Like, like it's so saturated the art scene that it's like, you know, it's just turned into fucking snooty people blowing smoke up each other's asses. You know,
I've been watching.
What it's always gonna be. That's what it's always gonna be. You know,
I've been watching
even at the most microscopic level of making art, like
graffiti artists,
like graffiti, like it
graffiti
only matters if people are
this.
blowing smoke up your fucking ass about
graffiti artists are actually the worst at this, because graffiti artists will be like, yeah, it's all about getting up. It's about getting up, putting it out there.
But it is.
You know, I get that. And then the guys who are doing these interviews have like, they like 1 year in 1997 they threw up 30. They did 30 throw ups in like Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And like, or like Burnside, and they're legendary. Like, nobody's heard of you. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, like there's a few guys that I've been watching interviews with, and those guys are like, I invented like squeezers. I was selling them. I was the first person to sell them. That guy, that's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He pioneered a way for other people to get into graffiti. That's cool as shit to me. But the guy who's like, yeah, you might have seen my tags in 1997 in Burnside. They're all gone now. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about you at all? You stopped. You got caught, then you stopped. Like, that's fucking nuts. Like, I don't know, dude. But I've been watching Frasier a lot recently, and I've been running into the thing about what I really like about Frasier is that he is snooty. He's very much like, I collect African art, and he's like, he is like that. But he also is just a fucking stupid guy. He's fucking dumb as shit, and I like that about him. I like the fact. You
relate to that or what?
I do, dude. I do 100%. I do when he's just like, oh, we have to have decorum and we have to treat people with dignity and blah blah blah. And then he sees a girl with big boobs walk by, and he's like, well, maybe I should talk to her. He's like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so funny how he lives in this dichotomy of like, he has to be this like, oh yeah, so I drink espresso, and then his dad is like, oh, you want a beer? He's like, I'll take two. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. He
so much for decorum.
Yeah, I don't know. I love that I like that about him. I like it. I also like it because he's the butt of the joke more than like 60% of the time.
Right.
I like
that's fair. That's very Three Stooges.
Yeah. You were talking about
watching a lot of Three Stooges,
dude.
The other day, I was telling my brother about how. What was I doing? I was untying one of the server's aprons, and he turned around and he's like, stop untying my apron, like joking, right? And then I was like, it wasn't me. I'm a victim of circumstance, and he didn't know what I was talking about, right? And I was like. And my brother was like, "Oh yeah, you expected him to just know a fucking 100-year-old reference?"
Yeah, it's literally 100 years. It's almost 100 years old.
It's fucking crazy. I might as well have like said a Bible passage, like.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Could you imagine though? Like it's crazy how the Three Stooges, and you know what else holds up really was Looney Tunes, right? Like I recently watched Looney Tunes, and I couldn't get over how hysterical it was. I was like, damn, this shit is so funny.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so funny. Because it hits on the natural humor points of like, farts are funny. People slipping and falling is funny. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
explosives are funny.
Yeah, explosives are funny. It has to be over
racism is funny.
Racism. Unfortunately, racism is funny.
Well, right? Bugs Bunny, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
I mean, look at there are some episodes that are like not cool.
Yeah. No, absolutely. The thing about the worst thing about it is that like
what we meant to say is stereotypes are funny. That
is correct. That is correct. Yeah, stereotypes are funny. When they're racist stereotypes, they have to be
crossing the line.
They have to be really good. They have to be really funny in order for it to be real. I think
they're still funny. No, they can be funny and be bad.
Have you watched Pretend Time?
Pretend Time? No.
Yeah, with Nick Swardson. It's one of my. It's
like I think I did once.
It's my holy grail.
I think I've just like splurged it in a day or something.
Yeah.
It's like when it was one season. It's
my holy.
Season, right?
Yeah. It's Comedy Central. It's my holy grail of like shitty Comedy Central TV shows that no one knows or gives a fuck about. Like I was deep into Comedy Central. Like when there was a moment there in the early 2000s when Comedy Central was just giving anybody who had a successful stand-up special
a show, basically.
A sketch show. Yeah. I think Dimitri Martin had one, and like, who the fuck remembers Dimitri Martin? The fact that I even pulled that out of my ass is good. I know you do. I know you do because you have the same sense of humor, the same style of sense of humor.
Yeah. Guess who's seeing Dimitri Martin in February?
You? Yep. He still performs?
He's doing a tour right now.
Dude, that's crazy work, dude. Was he still got the PowerPoint? Does he still?
He's on Valentine's Day, dude.
That's sick, dude.
I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm fucking excited. It's been so long.
Hell yeah. But like, so Nick Swardson had one, and it was Pretend Time, and it was probably out of all of those, I think Maria Bamford might have had one too, but I can't remember. But his was probably the funniest one, and his was the funniest one because his was legitimately the edgiest one. His was just like very edgy, very dark humor. There was one where they're like doing a time capsule. They're opening up a time capsule, and in the time capsule they open it up and there's like anal beads, and they're like made of wood and leather, and then there's like a diary note, and like in the diary note it's like a guy writing a horny ass diary about how he can't wait to like smell his wife's farts, and like and the mayor of the town is like reading this like, oh, who knows what he could have meant by that. Like, you know, they used to use flowery language back then. And then he opens up and he's like, oh, it's just like a clear jar. There's nothing in it. And then he opens it up and then he looks on the inside of the jar, and the inside written in the jar is "Enjoy my jart," which is a jar fart. And he's like, "Oh God," and that's how they end. And dude, that kind of stupid ass humor, it fucking made me. There's one where a sniper was shooting, like he was like the best sniper in the whole fucking like everything, but every time he would kill somebody, he would bust a nut.
I remember that.
yeah. So they had it so that they would be like, get him on the roof, and he would like save hostages, but after he would kill the guys that you shoot them, he would just bust hard, and then everyone would be like, look away, there's a hero right there. And he's like, God made me wrong, it's so funny. There was one where like a guy was selling there was one where a guy was selling shirts, and the shirts were made out of 100% crystal meth, and he was just like, he's like, it gives you lots of energy, and he's just he's literally just like fucking, he's like tweaking the fuck out. And
Jesus.
He's like, do not smoke these shirts, just wear them. And he's like, do not wear them in the shower. He's like, he's fucking twacked out of his mind. But yeah, I love that show. Was so funny because it's essentially Looney Tunes. He was doing real life Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
That was like dark, edgy Looney
serious.
Tunes. Yeah, he was doing dark,
serious context.
Yeah, but that was just genuinely so funny. That I don't know. I think me and you really like the Crawl Show. I think
that's the Crawl Show.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. It sucks that he sucks now. I wish
definitely
I didn't know that. Ruben, when I first met.
I'm Bobby Bottle Service.
Yeah, when I first met Ruben unironically was Bobby Bottle Service. When I first met you, you were that guy. It's crazy. You were also kind of Caesar a little bit too.
Dude, I love Caesar.
I'm sorry, Caesar. Like, but he's like, are you saying it to yourself?
Yeah, when he started calling everyone Caesar, I was fucking losing it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
This show is so stupid. My favorite one was the Rich Dicks. That was probably the first.
Rich Dicks was a good one.
Yeah.
The one I still say is, it's part of I'm pretty sure it's part of the Bobby Bottle Service. No, it is Rich Dicks. It's Rich Dicks when they're saying turtley. They're like, turtley, for turtley. Sharks, yeah, dolphinately.
Yeah, dolphinately. That's where my brother got the snake thing. Do you remember I told you about that?
The Schneef Snake?
The Schneef Snake? Yeah, that's where my brother got it from.
Really?
Here's the story. I was one night, I'm asleep. My brother has been on a bender for a while. This is years ago. My brother's been on a bender for like a few days. And then I get a text from him. It says, 911, are you home? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I'm coming over. And I'm like, and it's like 3 a.m. It's like, right. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking something crazy's happened. Right. And then I go like, do you want me to come over? I text him like, do you want me to come over or you to come over? And he's like, you come over. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So I put on my I throw my underwear. I throw on like a fucking some jeans that I had laying down. I put on a t-shirt. I don't even put on shoes, and I just run to the front house. And like, he's blasting Tool. It's like 3 a.m. and Tool is blasting, and it's like later Tool, not even the good Tool, not the right. It's like Parabola or something, and he's just fucking blasting it. And I go, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He's like, "I got bit." I'm like, "What the fuck? You got bit by what?" He's like, "A snake." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then he points at his nose, and there's a bunch of lines on the table, and he's like, "A Schneef Snake, come and hang out with me, brother." And I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck? I have work in the morning, asshole." Like, I thought you were dead. I thought you were dying. I thought, and he's like, more for me then. And then he just went back. He just got right after it, and I was so mad about it. And then I asked him, like, the next day he wakes up at like 4. As soon as I get off work, I'm like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, what happened?" I'm like, what do you mean? You don't remember? And he's like, "No, I was partying, brother. I was partying. I was on the spaceship. I went to go see God."
Like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. My brother is so stupid. I love that guy, but he's a dummy. It's crazy to see how much he's turned a lot of it. He's still a crazy fucking asshole, but he has turned a lot of it around. Having a kid kind of saved his life.
I mean, it is what we were all kind of hoping for.
So. Yeah, it is the best outcome, because we were worried that was not going to be the case. Yeah. We all kind of had this worry
But that's good. I'm glad he fucking
Yeah.
put himself into second gear.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
And I mean, he's doing it. He's putting it together. It's good. It's very funny because my nephew, he's my brother was yelling at me like it was my fault, like I did this, but I didn't do this. This isn't me. I had nothing to do with this. Well, actually, I did have something to do with it. Every time that my brother drops off my nephew to hang out at the front house for a little bit, when my nephew leaves or when my brother leaves, I bang on the door like with my hand as hard as possible, and I'm like, hey man, come back, man, what are you doing, man? My nephew's like not even a year old. He's like, but now every time that my brother goes to the bathroom or like shuts the door and leaves him with his mom, he will go and start banging on the door and be like, hey man, because he can't say words. He's like, hey man, and my brother, it's driving my fucking brother nuts. He's getting so mad about it. And then he doesn't call my brother dad. He calls him babe. Because,
oh, wow, okay.
Because his baby mama calls him babe.
Yeah.
She's like, babe, can you do this for me, babe? So when my nephew needs something and he sees his dad, he sees my brother, he's like, babe. So he calls my brother babe, and my brother's pissed off about it. He's like, call me dad. It's dad. Don't call me babe. Call me dad. And he's like, babe.
That's not gonna last too long.
Yeah, it's hard, no. But
it's
he's
very
funny.
He's
very funny.
You just gotta roll with it, you know?
Yeah.
Just gotta roll with it, dog.
Yeah. We've been playing. I try to go there every day after work, and he's got a little baby hoop, like a little baby basketball hoop.
Uh-huh.
And I go back there and I get on my knees and I'm like hooping. I'm like fucking. And like the other day I broke his ankles. I hooped on his ass, dude. I hit it from three. I hit him with a fadeaway from like from half court. You know what I'm saying? And then he like
on your knees,
on my knees. Like, yeah, I was like, literally with a jump back fadeaway on my knees, dude. And then he had the ball and he doesn't know how to dribble, so he'll throw it down and then he'll catch it, and he'll throw it down and he'll catch it, right? And so as he threw it down, I snatched it out from underneath him. Like I picked him, and then I took it, and I'm on my knees, and I took it and I dunked on him. And I'm like, I'm being a monster on the court. I'm not letting this kid have any kind of play. And then then I start dribbling, and then he goes to like try and do what I did, take it from me the way I took it from him. And he goes and he reaches and he completely missed and he just fell straight on his face. And then like he's a little boy, so I go like, you okay? And he looks at me and he's like, he gets up, he dusts himself off, and he just keeps playing. And I was like, oh my god, this kid's nuts, dude. But yeah,
he's a tank.
I go and hoop on him. He's a little tank. It's very funny. I don't know. If you don't have kids in your life, you don't have to have kids. But if you should, I always tell people you should have kids in your life because you get to watch them grow and they make your life feel better. You know what I'm saying? You get to, and I don't know. There's two pastimes as an uncle that I didn't think I would get to enjoy as much as I have, but I really do enjoy it. And that's one. It's like being a dick, being like do you know what I mean? Like being like just a dickhead uncle, like. Just dunking on him, breaking his ankles, taking his toys from him, and be like, "This shit mine now, dude. Hey, this is mine now, dude. What are you gonna do about it, dude?" Like just deboing him the other day. He was on his fire truck, and I kicked him off his fire truck. I'm like, "This is my fire truck," and I sat on it. I was like kicking around on it, and he got mad at me. And I was like, "What are you gonna do? Use your words, dude. Use your words, bro." And then he goes to my brother. He's like, "Babe." Then I got off. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's that, and then there's just like getting to teach him stupid things, like knocking on the door, and and yeah, we took him to go play in puddles because it was raining really bad, and we took him to go play in the puddle, and the first thing he does is lay down in a puddle. He didn't try and stomp on it at all. He just saw it. He touched it with his hand, and then he immediately tries to lay in it and swim. And it was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. But I was like, also like, do not let your kids swim in a dirty puddle, dude. Don't let people see your kid swimming in a dirty puddle, bro. Like, we took him home and washed him off. But I was like, come on, bro. Like, we're in public, dude. Come on. Like, You're making me look bad. I'm trying to think of. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a hard time sometimes, a lot of the time around kids, just because I don't know. My dad was hella strict.
Yeah.
I was
tough,
getting yelled at all the time. Like,
yeah, that's
just like I was always in panic mode as a kid around like my dad for the most part.
Yeah, but that's why I think that's literally why you're cooler than me. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
I think that discipline and that strictness made it so that when you pursue the things that you pursue them much more committed. You know what I'm saying? You're much more committed to the things that you pursue. When you say you're going to do something, you do that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, I think the lack of structure for me growing up with my parents was kind of what fucked me up, because I can't stick with stuff for very long. If it doesn't like catch me immediately, it's just, I'm not interested in it, you know? And I think that's like it's a response. I think that it's one of the things that I've learned from being your homie for as long as I have, is that I do have to stick with things. That I can't just like, especially, I mean, the other day we were hanging out making a beat together, right? And I've like, in the time that you made one beat, I had like started and stopped like 13 or 14 beats. I kept like, this beat sucks, and then I deleted it and started another one, you know? And you were like, dude, just stick with this one. And then you showed me how to fix. I was like, what's wrong with this beat that I made? And you were like, oh, you're missing a beat. Your counting is off. Just here, let's. And then you're like, oh yeah, you fixed
we counted it out together.
Yeah, and then, you know what I'm saying? But like, kind of, you showed me that it's a worthwhile pursuit. In fact, that's the song that dropped in the homie Discord, and that's the song that
I have songs that I'm also like, this beat fucking sucks. Fuck this shit. This fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I'm working on this shit for like 3 hours.
The worst feeling in the world is to work on something for like 6 or 7 hours, being like, this shit is heat, this shit is fire, but I gotta go wash my ass. And then you go do your shit, you go be a normal person, you come back and you put it on, and it's like, bing, bong, bing, bing, bing. You're like, what is this? This shit sucks. What happened?
That's like, literally, as soon as we got on, I was telling him I was opening up Ableton so I could listen to the beat we were working on like a week ago. I was like, I don't know, I haven't listened to it at all in like a week, so it might sound like shit.
It's so funny to me because when I drop a song in the Discord and I send it to all my friends and stuff, I then go through this it's fucking crazy. It's a literal crazy person thing to do. It's like obsessive. I go and I listen to it on the Discord on my regular headphones. Then I pull it out on my phone. I listen to what it sounds like on my phone. Mm-hmm. Then I go and I play it in my front room on my TV speakers. And then I go play it in my car just to get the range of like what it all sounds like. And then I have the second set of like earphones, and I listen to those two to try and get like, does this sound like shit? Does this sound good or bad?
Yeah, I do that when I master.
I don't master. I never master anything. I just drop shit the way it is, and I don't know. But I laughed because I did it this time, and I'm like, man, it gets me every time. Just listening to every song, like 10 or 15 times, over and over again. Just, you know, and I'm always worried that I'm gonna drop something and people are gonna be like, this shit sucks. I'm like, yeah, no one ever is, you know.
That's one of the things I keep having to tell myself is that, like, yeah, it is gonna suck because because I'm not committed and I don't have professional fucking equipment. But and I think I'm doing the best with what I got, and maybe I just don't have the fucking knowledge. So yeah, it might fucking suck. I need to let go of it. But, like,
me and you though, I do realize that me and you have a very inflated idea of what is good.
Yeah.
Because
so it's hard to get to even to the point where I'm like, yes, I want to release this song.
Yeah, because I recently got added to a Discord, pretty recently, and it's got amateur music, like musicians in there, right? And there are people sharing songs. And I went there and I went through the space. I went through like, our share our music thing, and I went and I listened to a bunch of SoundCloud, and they're new. A lot of them are new people. They haven't been making music for as long as we have, you know,
a week or a month or something. Yeah.
More like years. People have made some stuff for like a few years, but they're not like we've been making shit for over a decade, I think, collectively at this point, right? Like, and so I hear them and I'm listening to their beats and I'm trying to keep an open mind about like. And what's interesting is that I can see the development happening. I can see where they're going, but I'm also, man, this shit sucks. How long have you been making music? a year and 2 years. Ooh, I don't know if you gotta. There's a lot of you gotta put a lot of more work into this than you think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe if this is gonna be a hobby for you, then, and that feels bad for me to think that shit. But then I'm realizing that like me and you got like hype, like our hyper focus was music when we first met.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's all we did for like for years. It was all we did was try to make music together, and like so we're committed to some
I mean,
shit
for
that
a lot of that was just us fucking getting together and playing beats and freestyling. Like, just,
yes,
that was literally just for me. It was literally just so nurturing to do that and be the music, making music or doing rapping, whatever is making me feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's making me feel.
We're doing that. We're doing that over Discord on that call.
Dude,
I
so
dude, it was so fun. I low-key wanted. I would love to figure out a way to stream those because those are fun to do. Just take a doo-doo ass song and then make a bad beat and then just freestyle over it and like just cipher on it.
What were we saying, dude? We were dying.
I don't. It's like
we were doing like Zach Fox freestyles.
Yeah, I was doing like fucking meet me at the beer hall, bitch. You know my dick is small. Like, like I kept saying stupid shit. Like, I can't remember. She trying to. She sucked my dick like a lobster tail or something, like something stupid, like a buttery lobster tail. I was wondering, just saying crazy shit, egregious shit. Like you had a good one too. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember it at all. I can't remember anything. That's the beautiful thing, you know. The freestyling, it's somehow always better when you're not recording.
He always. Ruben has his, and you know I'm gonna.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, and when I come around, that's when I come around. That's another. It's like a Ruben phrase. You know I'm gonna, and when I come around, those are the two.
Yeah, that's usually like towards the end when I'm like, I'm fucking running out of shit to say.
When you combine,
I'm pretty sure I've straight up been like, when I come around, I come around.
Yeah. I think that is literally what you said, and you said it unironically. You weren't even trying to make a bit. You were like, it's like, and you know, when I come around, I'm coming around, or something like that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, dude?
I'm saying I'm coming around while I'm coming.
While I'm coming around, like
I'm coming in a circle, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Come around when I come around.
Oh my god.
Show up to the function and just nut in a circle on the floor.
And then leave.
Alright, who wants to start the seance?
Yeah. Did I tell you that my coworker, I did tell you this earlier, but I'll tell it for the pod. I was talking to my coworker recently about random stuff, and I found out that he's a Vietnamese Catholic, and I didn't know that a lot of Vietnamese people are Catholic in San Jose. I didn't know that. Yeah. I knew that there was a lot of Vietnamese people in San Jose, but all the Vietnamese people that I know in the San Jose area and around, they're all Buddhists, but they're not like...
The Buddhist temple burned down.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, the one in San Jose.
I didn't know that. The thing about...
That was like last week.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. The thing about Buddhism, Vietnamese Buddhism, is that they're Buddhist the way that Jewish people are... like Jewish. Does it make any sense? Like they practice Judaism, where it's kind of secular.
You mean it only matters if it's through your mother's side?
No, no. It's like it's secular. We're like they may practice some things of Judaism, but they're essentially secular. It's like religion, but it's not like in the same way that some people say that they're Christian, but they don't go to church and all that shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's every religion.
Yeah, they have like a secularism where like it's their faith is just that this is the thing that I choose to believe in, but it's not like yeah I don't practice it. But apparently with Vietnamese Catholics fucking fuck heavy with the church, right? Like their whole lives are planned around like their access to church and who they meet and who they know in church and shit. So we're talking about that, and I was talking to him about stuff, and he goes, "Hey, you know a lot of shit about Catholicism. Are you Catholic?" And I was like, "No, I'm not Catholic." And he goes, "Oh, well, I guess that makes sense." And I was like, "Why would that make sense?" And he goes, "Because you're white." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "There's not a lot of white Catholics out here." And I'm like, "I'm not white." Like I was mad at. I'm like, "I'm not fucking white." And he goes like, "What are you? Like Italian or something?" And I'm like, "No, I'm Mexican."
You're like, "Thank you."
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. No. No, I was like, "No, I'm Mexican." And he's just like, no, you're not. And I was like, what do you mean, no, what do you mean, no, I'm not? And he's like, dude, I grew up on the east side of San Jose. Like, you're not like a single Mexican I've ever met in my life. And he's like, you don't sound Mexican. You don't talk Mexican. He's like, you kind of look Mexican, but you don't like. He's like, a lot of white people tan. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And he's just like, yeah. He's like, you don't sound Mexican at all. He's like, in fact, like the other day I heard you use the word presumptive, and like I've never heard a Mexican person say that in my life. And I got mad. I got mad because there's another guy that I work with. He's weto. He's real white, real light skin, fucking red hair, blue eyes, right? And my coworker, when he talks, his name is Kevin. His name is like Kevin something, Kevin white person last name. That's his, so he's like a white guy. And like when he introduced himself to us, to the team, he was like, "What's up, fool? My name's Kevin." And everyone was immediately like, "Yeah, that guy's a Mexican. That is a Mexican man." And it's frustrating because my name, Marcos, is not. Marcos is a Mexican ass name. I've only met, every time I've ever met a Marcos, they're from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I've never met an American Marcos. Not one. Never once. They're all
met,
from,
like European Marcos, but not.
Yeah, and it's with a K, right? It's like
Russian. Yeah, that's very Greek. Yeah. Yeah,
Greek and Russian. Marcos. Yeah. And they always pronounce it like Marcos, right? And like, that's the other thing too about my job. Everyone fucking spells my name differently. It's very funny.
That's weird.
It's because everyone spells it Markos. Everyone calls me Mrcus.
Marcos.
Yeah, Marcus.
Marcos.
The one that makes me laugh the hardest is Marquis, because that's Marquise. It gives me a little flavor. I like that. I like being Marquise. I like being Marquise. I might change my name for real to that. I always said that I wanted to take my girlfriend's name. Yeah. I always joke that I wanted to take Christine's last name because it would be funny to be Marcos Nguyen, because then no one would know. No one would know where the fuck
is going on.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is this guy? Like,
when I started working at the restaurant I work at right now, one of the younger servers asked me what I was, and I told her I was Chinese. And she believed it.
I believe it. Yeah, no, I could see it.
And she was like, "What's your last name?" And I'm like, "Wang." Wang. She's like, "With an O?" I'm like, "No, with an A. Wang."
Wang.
And she believed it for like maybe 3 months.
I could see it, especially now that you're
like, "I'm not Chinese." She's like, "What are you?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Because of your beard. Because of how light everything is right now, I could totally see you as Wasian. You could easily be a Wasian guy. Easily. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If I take out my glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that you look like you definitely could be a Wasian guy. For sure. Right? That's nuts, dude.
No, but I don't straight out of Beantown.
I don't know how I could be perceived as any. I used to get this a lot too, like early on my Twitter career. People be like, "You're white," and I would be like, "How?" I don't have white features. My face isn't a white person's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It makes me feel crazy. It makes me feel like I don't know what white people look like.
Maybe because they perceive Italians as white.
Maybe
you look very Italian. I'd say that.
I do know that I look. It's the nose. It's the mustache. It's the thick eyebrows. It's the almond eyes.
Body.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm built like Super Mario. Yeah. I'm built literally like Super Mario. Is that I do this all the time, especially when I'm mad. I go like this.
Say the line.
It's a mia. Mamma mia.
Good job.
Jesus Christ.
Good job.
Anyways, yeah, I get it. But I don't think I look like a white person. I really don't.
I don't think you look like Jack Black.
I agree, but I get that all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's because they see a funny fat guy.
I think you look like Matty Matheson, though, because your mustache is literally his mustache.
That one
pisses you off. I know.
I know, but you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I know everyone.
He's not an amazing chef, but he's out here repping. He's out here repping all the fucking dudes that show up hungover, all the dudes that are making fucking bullshit food at their house, and just making easy shit that tastes good. And I respect him for that. Like,
he's also he's a big boy fashion icon.
He's a big boy fashion icon. Definitely.
Can I be honest with you? I don't like him because he's too cool. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't like him because you like him. That's why.
Yeah.
You like him, and you don't like that. You want to look like him. And other people think you look like him.
Yeah,
but you don't look like
because
him.
that feels like biting. That feels like I'm being a biter. You know what I'm saying?
It.
No, dude. I don't want to. I'm sorry. Like he has pioneered
big chilaquiles already.
I'm Maddie Matheson. Today we're making chilaquiles.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
No, he's cool. He's fucking so cool. Those comparisons don't hurt. They don't hurt my feelings because he's a fat guy. I know I'm a fat guy. I don't give a fuck about that. What bothers me is that he's a genuinely cool ass guy, and I'll never live up to that. I can't. Don't make. He those
likes Pabst. You like Pabst.
I fucking love Pabst. I love Pabst. He's like a dirt bag. I wish if I could be covered in tattoos, that's what I would do. Right? If you gave me like fucking infinite budget right now to just do what I wanted for like 20 days or 30 days, right? A month to just spend however I want. First thing I'd get covered head to toe with tattoos. The first thing I would do.
Really?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
That takes so long.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm not the only reason why I'm not heavily tattooed is because I never have the money, because I'm always spending it on people, you know what I'm saying, on other things. And it never occurs to me to do that until after the fact, to get tattoos. Do you know what I'm saying? It always occurs when I have like a large sum of money. My initial thoughts are, how do I pay off this debt? How can I get something nice for my partner, my girlfriend, or my friend, or something like that? How can I make it so that this can help me later on with my mom? Or I invest heavily in like tools and shit, so I don't have to worry about it if I ever need them.
Well, I feel like the only responsible way is to just set money aside for it.
Yeah.
And that's because it's never going to feel right to buy a tattoo. And I struggle with this too. To buy a tattoo when you have shit you need to pay off and car you need to fix and stuff like that. Like, you really need to just set money aside for it. And you fucking think about how much time you've gone without getting a tattoo. Just put $25 aside every paycheck.
Yeah, it's legitimate. I'm so bad at that. I do.
I've been trying to get better at that,
dude. I do Marcos math all the time. I do. I don't know if you know what Marcos math is, but Marcos math is when you say shit is like, I'll be like, listen, I made $1,700 this paycheck, right?
I already don't like this. I already don't like where this is going.
Yeah. So if I spend $1,800 before my next paycheck, it's really like I just made $1,700 and then a deferred payment of $100 later, so I can just kick that down the line, and it's no big deal. And then by like 6 months into the Marcos math, I'm like, so I spent $1,700 and I get paid $1,700, but I'm probably going to spend another $1,700. So it's fine, because then 3 paychecks from now I can pay that off. And it's like, it's just compounding. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just fucking. I look at my bank account every week, and it's like -200, -$400. I'm like, oh, this is fine. Don't let it ride. We'll figure it out. As long as I keep working, the money's gonna keep pouring in there, and I'm not gonna. It's fine. I'll just figure it. The other day when because we had,
you don't have credit cards, huh?
I do have credit cards, and they're all maxed out.
They're all alive. How are you alive still?
Every single one of them is maxed out, like to the 100% max, dude. And I just pay the minimum amount on all of them. Like,
yikes, bro.
Yeah,
really,
I'm garbage, dude. I'm fucking completely garbage at fucking. But you know what? Hey, you know what? Nobody else pays my bills, asshole. I pay my own bills. I figure my shit out.
I just had to do the same thing.
Yeah,
I had 2 credit cards that were pretty much maxed out.
Yeah,
but my limits are really low too.
Same.
So I'm like,
no, same. I don't have
$1,000. You know,
I have one major expense. I have one major expense that I have to pay down, which I've been paying down over time. I'm probably never going to finish paying. I'll probably finish paying it in my late 40s if I'm smart about it. But like
because of the loan, my fucking credit score like skyrocketed.
Dude, my credit score is probably like 8. my credit is whack. Dude, my credit score is fucking whack, dude. It is bad. And that's why I have a bunch of credit cards, but all the limits for them are like $100, $200, because they know they can't trust my ass. They know I can't trust my ass with that.
$690 today.
Yeah. Oh, dude, not bad. Hell yeah. No. And then on top of that, I also have a ton of
before.
I have a ton of like CDs that I put money in, like not CDs. What are those called? When you like it's incremental, the roundup shit. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when you round it up and you put it in you put it in a
savings.
It's not a savings. It's like an index fund. You really should only have one, and I have like 12, which is very stupid.
Mine just is my savings.
Yeah, I'm really just bad at finances. I'm not good at them. I've never claimed to be good at them. I know how financial crime works, but that doesn't mean I know how finances work. You know what I'm saying? I think that's my biggest downfall, is that I know how financial crimes work. I have no idea how finances work. All right, so whatever. Who cares? We're all going to be broke. Well,
do we have access to the Patreon now?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Fucking hell.
This is going to be a Patreon. This is going to be a Patreon anyways. We're just going to...
Didn't we start this podcast?
Me and you?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we did. There was me and you.
You got access?
I still don't have access because I haven't logged back in, and it's just a pain in the ass, and I'll do that. But this is a palate cleanser, because I think our actual public episode is going to be hardcore. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be sad. It's going to be fucked up. So, a little palate cleanser. In fact, I should have done this before. I should have said this before we started the podcast. So
yeah, for all intents and purposes, this episode is after the main episode.
Yeah, which is... Yeah.
You're hearing this episode from the past.
Even
from
though
the
we're
future?
doing this before.
From the past.
We're doing this before because Ivy has something to do, and then we're doing the... Yeah, this is all fucked up. This is the magic of podcasting.
Yeah, Marcos is the ghost of Christmas past, I'm the ghost of Christmas future, and Ivy is the ghost of Christmas present, because presently she's busy.
Yeah. Right. Anyways,
yeah, that makes sense.
I love y'all. Have a good time. The show must go on. We're gonna keep doing the show forever and ever and ever. I'm never gonna not do the show. Ruben's always gonna be here as long as he wants to be here. Ivy's gonna be here as long as she wants to keep rocking with us. The show must go on. I'm gonna be doing this shit till I'm an unk. You're gonna see me in the what are they called, the Alzheimer's ward of a old folks home, and I'm gonna be turning it on, and I'm gonna be like, I remember when I invented podcasting. It was just me. It was 1997. I was the first one to do it. I lived in a Seattle high rise with my live-in maid Daphne and my stupid ass brother Niles. just misremembering my life as episodes of Frasier.
Hell yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage